The Roman Republic, once hailed as a model of civic virtue and participatory governance, collapsed not because of one catastrophic event, but through a gradual and relentless erosion of its core institutions. Central to its decline was the growing exploitation of political power, by elites, generals, and factions, that ultimately shattered the delicate balance between republican ideals and imperial ambition. What replaced the republic was an autocracy cloaked in the trappings of tradition, but ruled by emperors whose power had no precedent in the earlier constitutional order. Founded in 509 BCE following the overthrow of the Roman monarchy, the Roman Republic was designed to avoid the tyranny of kings. Power was diffused among magistrates, senators, and assemblies. Consuls, the chief executives, served one-year terms and were elected by citizens. The Senate, composed of patrician and later plebeian elites, advised magistrates and managed foreign policy. The people had a voice through the popular assemblies. This complex system was meant to foster cooperation, accountability, and shared responsibility. The mos maiorum, the unwritten code of ancestral customs, ensured that behavior was tempered by tradition. In its early centuries, the Republic weathered internal tensions between patricians and plebeians, and expanded its territory through disciplined military campaigns. The Punic Wars, 264–146 BCE, against Carthage transformed Rome from a regional power into a Mediterranean empire. The victory brought immense wealth in the form of tribute, slaves, and new territories. However, this wealth was disproportionately absorbed by the senatorial aristocracy. Veteran soldiers, returning from long campaigns, often found their farms ruined and sold to large landowners who built latifundia, vast agricultural estates worked by slaves. The urban poor, landless and unemployed, swelled the ranks of Rome's plebeian class. This economic displacement created both resentment and dependency, as many turned to powerful patrons for food and political protection. The first major challenge to elite exploitation came from the Gracchi brothers, Tiberius and Gaius, tribunes who sought to reform land ownership and curb senatorial privilege. In 133 BCE, Tiberius Gracchus proposed the redistribution of public land to the poor, a plan that directly threatened the interests of the elite. Rather than defeat his proposal through debate, the Senate resorted to violence. Tiberius and hundreds of his followers were clubbed to death on the Capitoline Hill. After Caesar's assassination, his adopted heir, Octavian, later Augustus, joined forces with Mark Antony and Lepidus in the Second Triumvirate, a legally sanctioned dictatorship. Their rule was marked by vengeance and further proscriptions, notably the execution of Cicero, a staunch Republican. Conflict between Octavian and Antony culminated in the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE, where Octavian's forces defeated Antony and Cleopatra of Egypt. With his rivals gone, Octavian consolidated power,